All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. What is good? What is good? What is good? Ladies and gentlemen, of course, you know who I is, the good doc, Dr. Mike, back again, once again, with another classic live stream for you guys today. Just felt like kicking it, felt like having a good evening with my folks. So thank you guys for coming through and spending some time with the good doc. Happy to have you here. Happy to have you guys as members of the audience. Gonna give you guys a moment to come in, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Before we actually get started, give me a second. I'm gonna go run and do something. So y'all just go ahead and file in. The good doc is on his way to get it right. Let's make sure we get the likes up for sure. Gotta make sure we get the likes up. Definitely make sure you guys subscribe. I'm gonna leave that right there. All of the above. All right, give me a second. File in, chill for a minute. The good doc will be back in a minute, momentarily. All right, guys, we back. But yeah, man, appreciate you guys coming through and spending some time. Let's go ahead and get the official time check out of the way. It is about 8:05 in the PM Eastern Standard Time, which makes it about 7:05 in the PM for everybody repping at Central, 5:05 PM for everybody repping at West Coast, and of course 8:05 in the AM Philippine Standard Time. Sincerely hope everybody's having a blessed one. Good doc's having a good one. But wherever you are reporting, anywhere in the world, when you come through, just make sure you show some love to the good doc and say, hey man, just good to be here, good to be in the building. All right, so without further ado, I think we should go ahead and rip this some bitch off like a band-aid, because that is the only way that the good doc knows how to do it. All right, so let's go ahead and get into today's topic. How hard is it to hit a home run in the Philippines? I repeat, how hard is it to hit a home run in the Philippines? Now, this one right here is a very, very interesting question. I kind of feel like everybody should have a decent idea about what I mean when it comes to hitting a home run in the Philippines, but for those that may not be in the know, I'm talking about how easy is it for you to get from point A to point B with a young lady in the Philippines. Now, you're probably going to have a couple of guys coming in talk about, oh man, it's like night and day, man. You could come over here, you get some real easy and all that stuff. Then you're going to have some guys coming in talk about, nah, I don't really think it's that easy, man. I mean, you remember how we used to play the game back in the day, right? How we used to do first base, second base, third base, home run. But I think we all know what home run is. But back in the day, it meant a whole lot of different things when we were kids as opposed to what it means right now. But basically, I want to know of anything that may be considered as give me a second, guys. But yeah, I'm interested to hear what you guys have to say about getting from point A to point B relatively quickly in the Philippines. Do you think it's hard? On a scale of 1 to 10, how hard do you believe that it is? Do you think it's super hard, or do you believe that it's super easy? Because again, I'm not necessarily now, and I want you to understand in this particular scenario, we're talking about women. You know, we're talking about good women. We're talking about decent women. You understand? And don't get me wrong, all women are decent in the Philippines, but we're foregoing the idea of dealing with women from particular industries. You feel me? That's what we're going to go forward with. All right. We're going to forego the idea of women in the Philippines. I mean, women that work in a particular industry. Okay. I'm going to make sure that I want to make that abundantly clear. How hard do you believe it is to get a good woman in the Philippines? I mean, any of us can go to your local watering hole, you know, your local hole in the wall, find a young lady to get us right for the evening. But I'm talking about one that's going to require you to actually use your words to actually convince her that, you know, you might be a suitable partner. You understand? So that's kind of what we're working with tonight. Would definitely love to hear what you guys got to say about that. please let me know. All right, I gotta answer some questions here, guys. I'm actually doing some shit right now, but yeah, let me shout out to my boys real quick. I see my man Casey, man, long time no see, brother. Appreciate you being here. Mythology, I see you. The answer to your question, my friend, we're just gonna go ahead and say it's robust. I mean, you say penis enlargement enhancement, my dude. I did get the question on the BOOTYLOO Chronicle video. I was going to tell you robust because that's the only product that I know that really works. It stays in your system for 3 days. At least it does for me. And the shit works. All right. Now, I don't know if that's necessarily an enhancer as it is well, I guess that's what you would call it, a male enhancement drug. I mean, I don't think it's going to make your shit larger over time. Like, the shit just go stay big. After that, you kind of just, if that's what you're looking for. All right. That's what I would tell you. But yeah, shout out to the homeboy Dante Will. Appreciate you being here. Casey says depends on your game, the female, the situation, and how long you've known the woman. But again, hypothetically speaking, first timers coming to the country, everybody like, yo, yeah, I got girls. I'm trying to figure out how long it's gonna take. Let me know. How long do you think it would take somebody, or do you believe that it is hard or easy in the general sense? Let's say somebody coming into the country looking to have a general idea, because I'm only asking this question specifically for one reason. You got to understand that you have some individuals that are like, you know what, man, that shit easy, or yo, man, that shit ain't hard. But then again, they're only taking in consideration that they've been there for a hot minute, right? You've been there for a while, so you kind of got a game for yourself. But I can almost guarantee the first time you touch down, you wouldn't say that shit was easy though, right? So that's the kind of idea that I'm working with, the mentality. Some people may say, oh, it's easy for me. Some other people may say, nah, that shit is a little bit more difficult. But like you said, Casey, you have to take a few things into consideration as far as, that type of shit. But yeah, shout out to my man Serge, man. Long time no see, man. Appreciate you coming through. It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Saturday evening in the United States of America, which makes it about Sunday in the AM Philippine Standard. So glad you guys can make it through. My man Benny the Mac, always a pleasure to see you in the building. Appreciate you being here. My homeboy Tim H. Pleasure to see you guys in the building. Just want to have some fun. Benny, I'm gonna ask you. I'm asking Serge. I'm asking all of you guys in the chat. What would you say? On a scale of 1 to 10, how hard do you believe it is to close in the Philippines? That's the question that we're going to ask today. Interested? I'm going to leave the floor open to let you guys say what you got to say. Before I say my piece on the entire situation, I'm going to let you guys say what you guys got to say. All right? Do you believe that it is easy to close in the Philippines? Yay or nay? All right? Let me know. I gotta answer. Hey guys, I gotta answer some shit real quick. Yeah. Give me a second, guys. I'm gonna be with y'all in a minute. I'm here, guys. Y'all go ahead. I'm waiting for the chat to blow up. I'm gonna give you guys a minute. But yeah, I'm still here. I'm just interested to hear what you guys got to say about that while I'm answering some emails, guys. I will be with you momentarily, okay? Don't worry about it. The good doc hasn't forgot about his folk. I'm just trying to figure out a way to take care of some shit. You know how these computers be fucking with me. But if you guys are into, on a scale of 1 to 10, you give me your scale. 1 to 10, how hard do you believe it is? Let's say you're a first timer, maybe you've been into the country for about a month or so. Scale of 1 to 10, do you believe that you'll be able to understand how to mastermind and manipulate situations within a couple of months or so to figure out how hard it would be for you to get a decent woman here in the Philippines? Because I'm going to be honest with you, and a lot of people may say, oh, that's bullshit, but I do believe this to be true. Everybody tends to believe that I think it would actually be easier for you sometimes in most situations to probably get a good one rather than dealing with a girl from a particular industry. I think it might be easier to get with a good one. I think it's easier sometimes because I feel like they are probably more willing and forthcoming, unless they know about your recent history. Unless you have a history of indecent behavior, I kind of believe that you'll probably have a pretty good go or a pretty good decent run at it at the end of the day. You just gotta play your cards and see how it goes, man. The question is, how hard do you believe it will be for you to, when I say hit a home run, I put that in air quotes, but that means how hard do you believe it would be for you or for any man to get with a decent woman in the Philippines? All right. This isn't necessarily downplaying any woman of any race or anything. I don't want this to be taken in a disrespectful tone. But what I'm saying is, from a personal standpoint, how hard do you believe it will be for you to get a woman in the Philippines, you know, to be able to get from point A to point B, to allow yourself to be in an intimate relationship with the young lady? That's the question. My man Casey said he got some the first time. It was easy, but this chick was trying to get me to pay for a divorce and wanted to do anything to get it done. That's rough, bro. That's rough. Yo, see, see, here's the problem with those situations, because they suck. All right, they truly suck, because in some situations you'll come across women that will be willing to do things like that in order for you to be able to get something in return. Now, again, from the industry standpoint, you know, it's a transactional thing. You get this, and you know, hey, you when you give up something, this is what you get in return, right? But in the Philippines, when you're dealing with women like that, they're basically willing to probably forego with the act of being with you before they ask you what they want in return. So that's kind of what I did learn. At least with the industry girls, it's kind of like a look, man, this is what you're gonna get right now. But nah, motherfucker, you ain't touching this until you bring to the table what was already requested. But some girls will do it the opposite if they're not actually familiar with how the transactional period should go. It kind of sucks, but I've definitely seen that situation go down that way. So my man Benny says it depends where you are. I guess if you're in a bar or club in Angeles, it's pretty damn easy. If you're out in the province, you have to work a bit harder for it. Oh yeah, you're gonna definitely have to work hard one way or another when it comes to dealing with women in certain areas. So we can always take into consideration it does depend on the lady from where she's from. But Benny, let me ask you a question though. Let's say you have a provincial girl that moved to Angeles City. Do you think that would make a difference because she's a young lady that just happens to be in Angeles City at the time when you were actually trying to talk to her, but technically she's from the province, because many of them are from the province? I almost highly doubt that any girl that you're dealing with in the bar area is from that area. That is almost the big no-no. No girl I've ever known, period, is from that works in a bar is from the area in which they're working. Shout out to my man Ed. Appreciate you being here, man. My man Ed says, "Where's the gay dude from the hula bar?" Who you talking about, man? who in the world? Who in the world was that? Oh, you must be talking to somebody else, man. I have no idea. Shout out to my man Rain Man. Rain Man, scale of 1 to 10, man. How hard do you believe it is to get a young lady to be able to hook up with a young lady in the Philippines that doesn't work in a bar scene? Quick question. How hard do you believe it is to get a home run? Shout out to you, Benny, man. You always giving your boy love. I love you, Benny. You're the greatest, man. I appreciate you. Always showing love to Benny the Mac with the two-tone. Got to give it like your boy Overstay. But yeah, guys, I'm asking a question. I mean, if you, you know what, and when I say this and when I ask questions like this, I'm doing it for a specific reason. You want to understand why I'm doing this or why I'm asking questions like this? Because ultimately, what a lot of people fail to realize, and what many do realize, probably the people who fuck with me, what they really do realize is that the people that we deal with and the people that we interact with in the area in which we interact with them in plays a major factor. That plays a major factor. Let me put it to you in a situation. Meeting a girl in the province probably it's going to take you some time to really get to know her, especially if she's around family, especially if she's around her neighborhood and her people. No way in hell you're going to get it easy. I promise you that. So like my man Casey said, there's a lot of variables involved. 100% agree with that. So let's say you meet a girl in the province. All right. That's going to take time. That's going to take effort. You might have to meet a couple of people before you get from point A to point B. But let's say that province girl moves to the city. Let's say she's going to college there. She's doing something like that. So now she's in an area and an environment that is probably going to provide some necessary pressures to be cool with the friends. So she might want to hang out with friends. She might want to go out and drink and shit. And as an adverse effect, she's starting to get immersed in the culture that is presented before her. You know, we talked about it before. Move a Filipina to the United States, she's going to become westernized, right? No different than moving a provincial girl to the city part of the Philippines, right? You know, she's going to become a part of that atmosphere. So, you know, she may be more willing and more accessible because of the people that she hangs out with that is telling her, yo, you see a foreigner, that foreigner wants to get with you. You should get with that guy. I'm telling you, 9 times out of 10, there are some people that are going to push a Filipina towards the foreigner. Sometimes the mother and father push the Filipina towards the foreigner. And as a result of that, it may end up working in your favor sometimes where the family is pushing a girl to go to you. So in some instances, especially in regards to that, it may be a whole lot easier than people believe. But at the end of the day, if there's nobody there and she's the super shy type, she's super timid, don't think that that shit just gonna roll off the tongue and that everything is just gonna be the way that you believe that it's gonna be. So again, the variables are definitely there. Provincial girl, let's say, for example, provincial girl in a province, hard. Provincial girl moves to the city, immerses herself in city culture, maybe a little bit easier. So basically, you go from hard to possible medium and then to easy. You feel me? Because I do believe that, quite honestly, it is going to be easier to hit the home run, per se, for lack of a better term, if you're dealing with women that live in the city, because they're used to dealing with foreigners. And I'm not talking about the bar scene type. No, like I said, I'm just talking about girls that are used to being around foreigners. In the city area, that's where the foreigners tend to congregate. So 9 times out of 10, that's probably where they're going to meet their foreigner friend. They ain't going to meet them in the province. They ain't going to meet them outside of the city. The only time a foreigner finds themselves in the province is if somebody actually takes them to the province, or they meet a girl online that is from the province and they go meet the girl in the city and the girl goes with them to the province. I've never met a foreigner that ultimately fucking volunteers and says, yeah, we're going to go to the province. I don't want to live that city life. It's very rare. Possible, but very rare. All right. That's what I'm going to say. But yeah, Benny, much love to you, family. Thank you for that. Rainman says, I feel so bad for the Auburn players. Referee made a call that decided the game. I did not get a chance to catch the game, of course. And like I said, man, I don't get no games over here. I'll have to catch the highlights. I did get a notification on my screen a minute ago that said Virginia is going for the title or something. So I guess that's the game you're possibly referencing. After UNC got kicked out, I said, fuck this. I don't care about the results anymore. My man Ed says, depends on how particular you are. Ed, I'm not gonna read that out loud, man. I'm not gonna do that. Casey says, let me tell you, that was my biggest mistake because I put it down and she was hooked until I found out she was engaged. Is that what you're saying? Found out you got engaged? How the fuck did that happen, man? You gotta let me know, man. I don't know how the fuck that happened, but yeah, that's interesting. Shout out to my boy Smooth Riffs. Oh man. Rayman's okay, you guys. You said, oh, they get kidnapped or held for ransom in the province. Yeah, that's a high probability. So you're never gonna find a foreigner that volunteers themselves to go to the province. So you're always gonna meet provincial girls that are living in the city more than likely, because I've noticed that if you ask a girl, where are you from? 9 times out of 10, they're never going to tell you they're from Manila, or they're going to say, I'm from outside of Manila. I'm from the province of so and so and so and so. I don't know the provinces in Manila. I only know the provinces in Davao, like, you know, Nambutaran, Compostela Valley, Surigao, Surigao del Sur, Surigao del Norte. You know, Jensen isn't a province, but outside of that, Bansalan, Digos, and places like that. So, you know, it does play a very, very, very major role. For sure. My man said guy hit a 3 at the end of the game after being down by 2 points. That's rough. If I took an L, I'm mad, bitch. I'm going to be all up in my feelings and shit. Y'all don't want me to get up in my feelings. Ah, shit. Oh, man. Hold on. Guys, give me a second. You're good. Guys, give me a second. I'm going to be with you in a minute. I got to send an email, man. You know business never stops, man. Mm. Okay, guys, I'm back. I'm sorry. But yeah, man, I do believe that area plays a very, very major role in the whole ideology about hooking up with females and shit like that. And you know, getting from point A to point B and hitting that home run. But if you want me to tell you the truth about how hard it is to actually get a good woman, not a good woman, but a good Filipina based off, well, see, how do you define good? Give me a second. I got to be able to define it the right way. A Filipina that doesn't work the industry, we'll just say one that goes to school and one that does, you know, that has a job or whatever that's outside of that particular field. Okay, that's how we're going to define good for this particular situation and scenario. Um, how hard is it? Casey brung up a great point. I do believe that the that how hard it is does depend on the disparity of certain situations. And I hate to say that. And the reason I hate to say that is because a lot of guys will manipulate those situations. That's the fucked up part about that. In some situations, it's easy. If you find a young lady in a situation that's kind of in a bind and she's offering something for something in return, it kind of puts them in a bind. So you would say it's easier based off of that. But if there is no situation or no how can I say this, no situation or nothing binding between her, or nothing that's really a hard situation, or there's no expectation between what you guys are doing, what's going to end up happening is you're going to end up trying to get with a young lady, and it's going to take a lot more work. You're going to probably take about a week, 2 weeks to really lay the foundation, and a lot of guys aren't willing to put in that time. I put it to you like that. A lot of guys aren't willing to put in the time, and I'm gonna tell you what's gonna end up happening. If you fuck with the right one, she gonna fuck with you. She ain't gonna just give it up to you easy. She ain't just gonna say, here it is, motherfucker, you can have it. She gonna make you work for it, and if she's educated, she gonna really fuck with your head a little bit. Trust me when I tell you. It happens to the best of us. And a lot of guys are willing to say, you know what, man, fuck this girl, man. She ain't shit. She's just playing mind games and shit. Nah, sometimes it ain't mind games, man. Sometimes she's just trying to test and see if you really gonna stay around and try to get you some. This I'll tell you, man. Some of these girls are really, really about their shit. You just got to be careful. And if you're not willing to play that game with them, or if you're not willing to see it through, then I can already imagine, I can already understand and imagine why a lot of guys are going to go run to the bars and shit. You understand? This is what I'm trying to say in hindsight. If you fuck with the right one, or the wrong one per se, this is why a lot of guys run to the fucking bars. You understand? They run to the bars because the girls are making it difficult for them to get laid. I would be real with you, man. A Filipina put it on you, man, if you don't know how to play the game right. You gotta understand what's real and what's fake, man. You just gotta understand it. But my man Casey says this happened around October 2017. She kept trying to get me to be with her for the past 2 years. And when she found out I met a new Filipina and got engaged, she stopped trying to get with me. I mean, a Filipina will try to get with you, but I think in hindsight, a lot of us foreigners, we're really scared. I mean, I'm gonna tell you, nothing scares me more than an aggressive Filipina. I'll tell you right now, I hate aggressive Filipinas, man, because they're uncommon. You understand? That shit don't happen all the time. An aggressive Filipina? Oh shit, man. That shit's scary as hell because that shit's not common. And because it's not common, trying to deal with women on that particular level and that particular stage puts me in a bind because I'm not used to the shit. A girl trying to be aggressive and trying to touch up on me, girl trying to rub up on my thigh and shit. Like, man, what the fuck is this shit? You know, but ultimately, some girls in the Philippines are like that. But ultimately, I'm always going to be thinking, and a lot of you guys are always going to be thinking, what did this girl want from me? What does she want from me? Why is she continuously texting me? Why is she all up underneath me? Why is she trying her best to get my attention? She must want something from me. She don't just want the dick, I'll tell you that. Let me say that in a nicer way. She doesn't just want your penis, ladies and gentlemen. A girl, I should say gentlemen, a girl that is that aggressive doesn't necessarily just want to be with you because you're the sexiest foreigner she's ever met. That's what I will say. She ain't just fucking with you because of that, all right? But I do see we got 13 watching. I have to stop the show for a split second to make sure I get my promo in. Ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you guys coming through and showing love to the good doc. I see we got 13 watching. I appreciate all 13 of you coming through. Guys, make sure you caress, molest, and de-stress yourself all over that like button. It enjoys it. I promise you. That's the reason why they call it the like button. Because also, guys, if you are interested in supporting the channel, you already know how to do so. But of course, the good doc is happy that you come through. Spend just a little bit of your time with him today. Nayon Den. I hope you guys enjoyed the little sneak peek into the BOOTYLOO Chronicles too, man. That was my shit. It's my favorite book of all times. And if you guys are interested in getting your very own copy, just reach out to the good doc and email, and I'll tell you how I can get it to you. Because the PDF version, I can only get it to you as long as I know what your email is all about. All right. So with that being said, I appreciate you guys coming through and showing love to the good doc. Now let's get back to our regularly scheduled programming. My man, greatest idea, what's going on? He says, this stuff is happening to me right now, doc. She's been keeping me waiting for like a week now and would randomly show up to get me to be with her. I'm telling you, man, I don't know if it's a game or not. You know what's weird? I've come across women that it's weird. Like, fuck, how can I say this? Shit. The easiest way for me to say this is I've dealt with women that have never asked me for anything in return. They just show up to be with me and then they leave. And I don't know how to feel about that. I feel used. I feel fucking used, man. It's a damn shame. That's happened to me before. That's happened to me before. I don't know how to feel about that shit. I mean, I'm just somebody, she's like, I literally, you know how she would text me? She would text me and say, I need to get some. I'm like, what the fuck? And this shit would be like 1:30 in the morning and shit. But at the end of the day, she always came to me. I didn't have to pay for anything. She used to show up wherever I was staying at the moment, and she used to come through. And I'm like, how should I feel about this shit, yo? Like a girl just showing up to my place and shit, not my house, but wherever I was staying at, whatever hotel room I was staying at the time. And she would just come through and give it to me. And I'm like, this shit is weird. Like, and then leave. I was like, yo, I feel like I swear to God, I felt like a man whore. I was like, what the fuck is this? But it happens to the best of us, man. Sometimes women are like that. You would be surprised. Some women definitely get down that way. So don't overlook it. And I'm talking about Filipinas, guys. I'm not talking about any other race of women but Filipinas. There are some that are willing to basically accept that as part of their reality. And if it's good enough to them, let's say you put it down the right way, they always come back around. Always come back around. Scary though, just scary. Shout out to my boy Reginald Graham. What's going on, family? He says aggressive Filipinas, you better watch your back. Yes, I'm telling you, I hate aggressive Filipinas. Don't touch me. Don't get up on my shit. I don't like that shit. I'm usually the one doing the pursuing. You know, I enjoy the pursuit sometimes, you understand? But when you pursuing me, it makes me feel a certain kind of way because I'm trying to figure out what the fuck you want from me. What the hell did a good doc do to deserve a chick trying to be all up on my shit? 9 times out of 10, I'm thinking you trying to get something from me. So don't touch me because I think you're trying to rob me. You know, don't fill up on me. Don't do none of that shit. But if you're texting me aggressively like, oh, can we meet now? Can I see you now? I think you're trying to set me up. So that's the type of thoughts that run through my head. So what I tell them is I'm never going to meet them in the spot that they want me to meet them at. I'm always going to meet them in a place that I want to meet at so that I put myself in a safety space just to make sure somebody ain't trying to sneak you good, try to sneak and rob your boy. Trust me, I ain't got a lot to get. You can't get a lot out of me, but I promise you this. I don't want to sit there and allow you to get a dime out of me. So you just got to be careful. Like my man Reggie said, bro, got to watch your back, guys. This shit is no joke in here. But again, how hard do you believe it is to hit a home run in the Philippines, guys? I'm interested to hear what you guys got to say. Reference to the topic. Make sure you get the likes up. The good doc would appreciate that. My man Casey says the ones at the airport are ridiculous. I was like, he said I was like to my lady, like my lady is right here. Please leave Casey alone. I'm good. Oh man, those Filipinas at the airport, they're different. They're really different. The ones that work there are different. The ones that try to get you the taxi cabs or try to get you to ride in like some of their taxis and some shit, they're aggressive as hell. Like I remember one time a girl asked me, matter of fact, it was actually on video. You'll never hear it unless you're paying attention. But a girl asked me, "Hello, sir. How can I help you, sir?" But you could tell she was trying to get me to do something, or you know, get me to go with whatever she was going with. But it was my first video that I shot in the Philippines. The video that I shot traveling to the Philippines. When I touched down and I ended up trying to catch that bus at Terminal 3, I guess that was Cebu Terminal. You could hear the girl in the background trying to talk to me because I made sure I caught that on video. She was the young lady that walked past me. You ain't got to go back and watch it. That was a long ass video. But yeah, these women are definitely aggressive, man. You just got to be careful with the way you choose to navigate. And I do understand to an extent why guys ask their woman to meet them at the airport. And that's only if they are aware of this particular thing happening, or they're aware that they don't want to try to get screwed over. So the Filipina will be the one to do all of the talking for them. All right. So I do respect some guys that offer the women to meet them at the airport, but that's only if you are willing to be tied the fuck down with that young lady all the time. If you're willing, shit, do what you gotta do, man. My man Greatest Idea Ever says, I'll let you play it for like a minute and then hit that exit button on her. I'm scared, man. I don't play that shit. Good doc feels used and abused, man. I'm telling you, man, 10 years in this shit, man. This shit got me feeling a certain kind of way. But this is my life. This is my reality. The Philippines made me grow up. And any type of situation, I probably been through it. Just about. Not all of them now. I ain't done everything. Thank God. There are some things that I'm glad that I said no to. I'm a real man, and there are some things that I am glad that I said, nah, good doc don't want that shit. I said yes to a lot, but I said no to a couple that I'm glad that I did say no to. But again, as part of the living experience, man, you know, you do what you can when you can do it, because at the end of the day, I'm the type of person, I don't like living my life with regrets at all. At the end of the day, I never want to regret saying no to something, especially if it could have been fun. So that's the best way for me to put it. Damn, somebody is blowing my fucking phone up right now, and I don't know what is going on. This shit's starting to get ridiculous. Y'all gotta let the good doc do his thing, man. Give me a second, guys. Them people just blowing my shit all up. I'm about to say, did somebody die? You know how when you get a bunch of text messages on your phone, you be thinking somebody died or some shit? That's sad to think, but I'm back to the story at hand. Ladies and gentlemen, just trying to figure out, how hard do you believe it is to hit a home run in the Philippines, point A to point B. Just definitely interested to hear what you guys have to say about it, okay? See, we got 15 watching. I appreciate 15 of y'all coming through and showing love to the good doc. If you guys have any topics that you guys want me to talk about in future videos, man, I'm definitely all open. I enjoy stretching my own brain cells about particular topics and questions. So please, by all means, man, you can leave me anything. I will try my best to try to satisfy it. If I don't get it right, fuck it. There's always YouTube and going live with it. If I can't make it a video, I'll definitely make it a live stream so that we can have a conversation about it. That is what this is all about. Definitely interested to hear what you guys have to say. That's why 99.9% of the time I go live. I bring any question or any whatever I have going on in my head at the moment. I bring it to the table so that we can talk about it as a group. All right. This is just as much my channel. This is just as much your channel as it is my channel. And what the fuck is wrong with these people? My God. All right. My man Casey says, never let them know where you live. I repeat, never let them know where you live. They will pop up unannounced and be like, I'm here. Yes, I don't believe in letting a Filipino know where I live either. 100%. That chick will never know where I lay my head at night. Gotta be smart, guys. Gotta be smart. But if you're the type of person that's already with the young lady and you want her to meet you at the airport, then that's fine. As long as you plan on letting that young lady be the only one you entertain during your vacation, whether it's your girlfriend or whatever it may be, that's perfectly fine. My man Isaac, we're just having some fun, man. Isaac, we were just talking about how difficult do you believe that it is to get with a good Filipino woman? A good one, not necessarily a young lady that works a particular industry, but like one of those girls that go to school, that work and stuff, like have good jobs and stuff. How hard do you believe it will be for you to be able to get with, hook up, however you want to see it, with a girl that has that particular job and lifestyle? Something that may require you to actually use your words instead of your money to get her. Kind of the best way for me to put it. That's what we're on tonight. Shout out to the homie Eddie, man. What's going on, family? Appreciate you coming through and showing love to the good doc, man. Mr. AC in the building. I call him Mr. Air Conditioner, but AC is Angeles City, man. You guys love congregating in that little part of the world. I'm glad y'all like AC, man. I'm scared to go back there. I wanted to go back to AC. I did. But then somebody will be there like, oh shit, it's Dr. Mike. Dr. Mike, what you doing at AC? As much shit as you talk about that, why are you at AC for? Somebody go put me on camera. I'm gonna be looking all suspect and shit. Then I gotta hold a press conference to explain why I'm down in Angeles City and shit. They're gonna be like, oh Doc, you ain't even a man of your word, man. You over here popping off talking shit about AC, but your ass down there too. Boom. I'm doing it for investigative purposes. I'm doing research. Shit. Best way for me to put it. I'm gonna lie like a motherfucker. I'm gonna tell y'all I'm down there doing research. My man Christopher, what's going on, family? Appreciate you coming through. My G Terry Edwards, what's going on, family? I'm telling you, if you catch me down in Angeles City, I am only down there to do research. I'm only down there to do some research. I'm working on my next novel called The King of Angeles or some shit like that. I can't do it. The good doc can't be seen in AC ever. I think I'm blackballed from AC. I have to literally never go there ever again. The reason I can't do that is because all the shit that I talk about it. I think if I'm seen down there, that's hypocritical. Y'all go look at me. They gonna be like, Doc, man, how dare you turn your back on Davao City? As much as you talk about Davao City and you turn your back on the country that you love so much, they gonna be talking shit. You know y'all like to give me a hard time, man. Y'all love to give me a hard time. And y'all ain't gonna never let me live it down. That's facts. My man Benny says 3 weeks, and he says 3 weeks I'm there, dog. I will have to do some hardcore research also, mate. Benny, do enough research for the both of us, okay? So I don't have to go down there. Ah, shit. They gonna be talking a gang of shit on a good diet, man. Mike, like, how dare you go to AC and shit, man? You over here embarrassing yourself. You talk so much shit about it, but your ass here, boom. I think I'll lose my subscribers because of it. But if I do go down there, I'm gonna tell them, Benny, if I go down there, I'm gonna tell them I'm going to visit you. That way it doesn't look as bad. But I gotta actually go there whenever you're actually there so that it doesn't look bad. I can't be there a couple of days early to do research. You know, I gotta make sure that you're actually on camera too, so that I can make it look a little bit less obvious. You know how it goes. Looking for Angel and AC, boy. Air conditioner. That's what I call it. The city of air conditioning, man. My man Christopher says 7,000 islands. I don't even really know where to start. That's $1 million question. That's $1 million question, man. Out of all of the 7,000 islands, man, where do you start? Well, 99.9% of the time, you're going to start in Manila because that's your touchdown point. So you'll probably stay there for a little bit. I think, you know, that's kind of how it normally works for your average foreigner coming into the country. You kind of start in Manila and then you kind of fan your way out. As far as going to the different islands, there are some islands that are uninhabitable. I think that's the right word I'm looking for. Uninhabitable, meaning there's no people on some of these islands. I want to say about, don't quote me on this, but I want to say about 2,000 of those 7,000 islands are uninhabitable. So they just there. Ain't no people on them. But yeah, like where to start is always $1 million question, man. But everybody normally starts in Manila, then everybody goes to AC. It's almost like AC is within the top 3 places that people go. Start in Manila, straight to Angeles City. Some people, shout out to my boy Oahu dude. I know he's not with us right now. At least I don't think so. My man says he gets into a fucking taxi. Pays 2,500 pesos for the taxi driver to drive him all the way to Angeles City. I'm like, damn, man, you don't even say hi to Manila. You just leave straight from Manila and go straight to AC. I'm like, damn, that's dedication, my friend. He is dedicated to the research, my man. And I can't be mad at him. Sometimes the research is well worth it. The research, man. Angeles City is always going to be a place to do some very, very hardcore recon. You know, that's what it's all about down there. Hardcore recon and hardcore research. You do have you said you have an option to touch down in Cebu or Iloilo from Hong Kong as an alternative to Manila. A lot of people do touch down in Cebu. That is true. I know my boy HT, he touched down in Cebu. I think when I remember, shout out to Jerry from Philippines Bound. I think he, in one of his trips, I don't think it was the last one that he took now, but in a trip before, I think that he went straight from Korea to Cebu. So there are a couple of places that you can touch down. And then I think now you can actually have an option to touch down in Subic. Is that correct? I think it's Subic instead of touching down in Naiya. The Ninoy Aquino International Airport. I think you can touch down in Subic now or some shit like that. Or you can even touch down in AC. I did hear some people tell me some shit like that too. So they're spreading out, but most of the time people just touch down in Naiya normally. So that's what I'll say. Yeah, I gotta make sure Benny's there so I don't look suspect. Benny, just let me know when you're gonna be there so that I make sure that I'm not looking bad because I'm in AC too. I'm telling them, yeah, I'm just visiting a friend. I'm visiting a friend and his friends, a lot of his friends. My man Terry says, go to AC and show us what not to do. Ain't that about a bitch? I'm going to go to AC to tell you, no, don't do this. That would be funny, but that would be a waste of money. I might do, you know what? I might do that for shits and giggles, man. I might actually go to AC for fun. I would go to AC. I have nothing against AC. I don't think that I would do Walking Street, though. I'm going to do something else. They're going to be like, how dare you go to AC and not go to Walking Street? I refuse to set foot on Walking Street. Unless I'm invited. If I'm invited and it's for research purposes, yeah, then I'll go. Shit. My man Terry says he skipped Manila and went straight to Cebu. Okay, that's what's up. He says I'm gonna just go to AC. Cebu is I like Cebu. I think Cebu is okay. It'll never be better than Davao City. I don't give a fuck. No place in the Philippines will ever be better than Davao City to me. But Cebu is definitely nice. Cebu has a lot more activities to do, probably more than Davao does. But honestly, if you go to AC, man, it's more or less just to enjoy life, man. You go to Walking Street, man, it's a whole different beast. It's fucking Disneyland on steroids for grown men. And I mean, you see the women on the street. There's so many Walking Street videos out right now. That shit is so played. But I'm telling you, people never get enough of watching people on Walking Street. You know, you walk down Walking Street with your camera and shit. You know, it's like a tourist fucking attraction, and you get a chance to see what you're gonna get yourself into. And the bars are awesome. I'm not gonna lie. If the bars are what they were when I was 18, they're probably a little bit better now. That was about a minute ago. But yeah, when I went there when I was 18 years old, I went to Angeles City for the first time when I was 18 years old, and I've never been the same. I'll tell you right now, I've never been the same. I did a video about that on Patreon. For anybody who's on my Patreon team, yeah, you guys heard the video, man. It was crazy. My first time in AC was fucking ridiculous, guys. Scared the hell out of me. I'm telling you, you don't do that to an 18-year-old kid. Angeles is not for an 18-year-old kid. I tell you right now, but I owe it to my father. Love him to death, man. That dude is awesome, man. He took care of his kids on that aspect. I tell you that. He definitely showed me a part of the world that I never thought that I would ever see. So shout out to him. Good big kudos to the homie. He said a good debut in the Philippines. He said a good debut to the Philippines. AC is probably your best debut in the Philippines, but I don't like people recommending it. But it's a safe place. And the reason why I say that Angeles is a safe place is because it's a tourist attraction. So you're always going to be around foreigners. And if that's something that doesn't bother you, it's an awesome place to be, because you'll be around familiar faces. Not familiar faces, probably, but you should be safe because you're around nothing but a whole bunch of foreigners. You understand? So it's not a bad place to go. It's not a dangerous place to go, I don't think. You know, especially because of how many foreigners actually go down there. So you can have a pretty good time there. Maybe, maybe not. A lot of people, like I said, man, people just go straight to AC. They say, fuck the rest of the world. We're going to AC. Ed says many islands are in Indian country, Mike, if you get my drift. Yeah, I get what you mean, man. Casey says, I started in Manila and worked my way around. I think you should just visit for yourself and find out which city works best for you. Yes, you'll never know exactly what city works best for you until you actually go there. 9 times out of 10, when you choose a city, you choose a city based off of a female. Let's be honest. If your girl is in Cebu, if you're talking to a girl that's in Cebu, your ass gonna go to Cebu. You're talking to a girl that's from Pampanga, you're gonna go to Pampanga. There are different parts of Pampanga. Angeles City is one, then there's San Fernando and some other parts and shit. But if your girlfriend is from Pampanga or Subic, Davao City, Jensen, whatever it may be, that's probably where you're going to find yourself out anyways. That's what I noticed about us as men. We go wherever the women are. Wherever the woman we're talking to. Yeah. That's 99.9% of the time where you're going to find yourself. What is unsafe? And I don't think it's unsafe. My man Chris says, and it does not matter that I find chicks on Tinder and Asia dating beforehand. You know what? I've never used Tinder, guys. I have no idea about no fucking Tinder, man. Tinder came out after my relationship, or it started to blow up after I got into a relationship, so I don't even know how the shit work. I've never used it. I don't even know if it's a popular thing in the Philippines. People are telling me that Tinder is kind of popular in the Philippines, but fuck, man, I just say go to a dating site. I think dating sites are a good way to get an idea of the type of women you're going to meet while you're in the Philippines. I do believe that it gives you a fair assessment. Now, you have to talk to many in order to get that fair assessment, but it gives you an idea of what you might run into, especially if this is your first time around. That's what I will say. But I've never used Tinder, man. I don't know how that shit works. And I don't know how it works in the Philippines, how popular it is. Could be popular, but I'm not big on it, so I had no idea. Um, oh, that's it. Yeah, Clark Pampanga. I'm sorry, Eddie. I didn't mean Subic. I meant Clark. You right. You right. You right. You right. You right. Show you right, Ray Ray. You got me. That's what I meant. Like I said, man, you can fly in the other parts. I'm sorry. My man Christopher says, I want to see the best looking scene for good looking women, but I might just want to bag a nurse and never come back to New York. Get you a nurse, boy. Get you a motherfucking nurse. Always get you a nurse. Get you a girl in the medical field, period. Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. Get you a nurse. Get you a... No, let me take that back. Let me stop the show. Let me say this. Get you a professional woman. Doesn't have to be a nurse. Get you a woman that is a professional, and I promise you this. It'll make your life complete. As long as she's working. Matter of fact, to be honest with you, the types of girls that are really, really attractive, if I was thinking about it back in the day, like the girls that are actually really attractive to me now was those girls that work at immigration. Have you seen them? Like the ones that wear, if you're in Manila, they wear that black uniform and shit like that. They kind of help out in the office area. Number one, those jobs are really fucking secure. They're very fucking secure, and they get paid pretty good wages and shit like that. Come on, man. That's a definitely a good place to look for girls too, at the immigration office. Now, they do entertain and talk to foreigners on a daily basis, but them foreigners aren't really looking to hook up with them, so that kind of gives you a way in too. I've always told people, if you feel like you have a problem talking to females, talk to women in service industries. Talk to your Starbucks barista. Talk to these sales ladies that work in the mall. Help get your game up just a little bit. You want to know why? Because those women naturally have to talk to you. You understand? That's their job. Their job is to be nice to you, but yet still it kind of helps to build the confidence. And when you're having conversations with females, just a quick tidbit of information brought to you by the good doc. If you can see my face, the more you know, ladies and gentlemen, the more you motherfucking know. Appreciate it. So, you know, it does depend on how you do what you do when you do it. My man Casey says, I saw some natives when I was in Puerto Princesa. The alphabet and dialect are almost primitive. Yeah. I've never been to Puerto Princesa. I think my boy said Coron sucked. Somebody was on the live stream yesterday. Don't kill me for not remembering who said it, but my man said he was in Coron, which is part of Palawan, the Palawan area, along with Puerto Princesa, and he told me he didn't really like it very much. So, like I'm saying, I don't know how I feel about taking my ass all the way out there, taking my girl with me. So, Chris, Chris, don't get me started on Davao City, man. Davao City is just awesome, okay? It's the ambiance, man. It's just the scene in itself. Davao City is fucking awesome. Y'all don't understand until you come here. That's why I can't talk about it anymore. At the end of the day, you got to see it to believe it. You understand? You got to see it to believe it. So, best thing I could tell you. My girl Shannon, how you doing, baby? Appreciate you coming through and showing love. My man says, yo, gotta get a lady on the room. We do have ladies here. My man Casey says he said that's the God's good city. I'm in Quezon City and Antipolo. Don't worry about, dude, Davao City is my joint. Nobody talk about Davao City more than me. I think people get tired of me talking about Davao City because it's the best place on motherfucking earth. This is my city. It's what I love to death. I don't know why I love it. I grew up here. Like, I went to school here. I got friends here. I got family here, people that I fuck with here. And this is what I love. This is my comfort zone. This is my second home right here. I built a really decent life for myself in Davao City. I go visit places like, I mean, when I go to Manila for a couple of weeks, or I go visit some friends in Cebu and shit, I'm always angry because I'm like, when the fuck are we going back to Davao? I swear to God, I will be in Manila for a week and we'll have fun and we'll go to Mall of Asia. We'll do the normal shit, have some fun. Then I'm sitting here like, man, when the fuck are we going back to Davao, man? I'm tired of this shit. That's kind of just the type of person that I am. So Davao's pretty much a part of me. It's like etched in stone. It's like a part of my rib and shit. You know, I can't really say too much more about it because people get tired of me talking about it. But yeah, It's just my city, man. It's just my city. I run this something, bitch. They don't know it yet, but I run it down here, and it's really good shit, man. Good shit. Oh shit, man. Go ahead and attend pilot school, man. That seems awesome. He says before then I'm gonna visit a few times on a leisurely trip. Yeah. Visit a couple times, see what works best for you. That's all. And every time you come here, visit one more new place. If you can afford to make it happen, every time you come here on your leisurely trip, visit one new island. Go to, Quezon City is part of Manila, I'm sorry, but try Samar or Leyte or Mindoro. These are places that I'm hearing are awesome. Iloilo, Dumaguete. I think a lot of people are really big on Dumaguete. A lot of foreigners, a lot of foreigners are big on Dumaguete, so you might definitely want to do that. But yes, AC is everybody's first trip, guys. Never ceases to amaze me. You guys are awesome. Like I said, I can't go to Angeles City. I'm blackballed. I blackballed myself from Angeles City. My man Casey says the best thing to do is just go, for sure. I got my passport, and I was there in 2 months after getting it. Fell in love with the culture and the people. I mean, you guys have no idea. The Philippines is just an awesome place overall. I will say that, no doubt. My man says that's how I did Dominican Republic. He said I'm looking for something exquisite. The Philippines offers a lot of different things, man. I'll tell you that. Philippines offers a lot. Casey says he went to El Nido. He said El Nido blew his mind, the beauty of the beaches and scenery, but it's more of a vacation spot and full of tourists. So Casey, let me ask you a quick question, my dude. What kind of price ranges, since you've been to El Nido? Because I'm thinking about it. My friend went a couple of years back as well, and he kind of liked it. But as far as price ranges, because I've never been, I can't tell anybody about it, but what kind of price ranges are we looking at for hotel stays, food, and things of that nature? Like, how much money do you think somebody should prepare if they're going to take a trip to El Nido, and how much would that money last? Would it be good for a week, good for a couple of days? Definitely leave that in the chat box right here, because I want you to be able to help people who are looking to make a vacation spot or looking to make a move towards El Nido. Because I myself am. I know that you can find tourist packages. A lot of places offer packages and plans and shit. But sometimes, it doesn't give you a definitive answer on, food and accommodations and stuff like that as well. So definitely make sure you leave that one in the comment section. We would appreciate that. No, Terry, not professional women in AC, my friend. I was just referring to professionals that have jobs, decent job and decent work. Because my man said he was looking for a nurse. I said just look for a professional woman. Yeah, not necessarily an industry girl, but a woman that works in the medical field. Your certified public accountants. Professional type women, not the professional type women. Casey, I already am the spokesperson for Davao City. I am the unofficial, the unofficial spokesperson from Davao City. I love my city, man. I already got the title. It's just unofficial, man. I be talking shit, but it's where I grew up, man. So at the end of the day, it's part of my DNA. I'll leave it at that. I know I talked enough about it. I'll let it go. My man Rayman says you can't blackball yourself if God already gave you. Rayman, I can't fuck with you right now. You talking some nonsense, my friend. Olingampo. It is nice there also. And Baguio, yes. Baguio is really nice because Baguio is really cold. It's like one of the only places in the Philippines that actually gets cold. In Cebu, I'm sorry, in Davao City, a place known called Buda, Buda, is another place that gets pretty cold too, but that's very frequent. In the Philippines, it's very rare to find cold places. I'll tell you that. So, yeah, but I do want to try. I want to try these places myself, man. Siargao, Olingampo. These places sound awesome. And, you can try these places. I mean, you definitely got to make sure that you open yourself up to what could possibly be. You understand? Don't ever kind of pigeonhole yourself into a particular area and get yourself caught. Because, like I said, man, a lot of people that go to AC for the first time and they'll stay in AC forever. Like, I've known people who go to AC and refuse to go anywhere else. They go to AC and that's all they know and that's all they want to know, you know? So you just got to make sure that you don't allow yourself to get pigeon-toed into one particular space and let it be that. That's what I will say. Tagaytay is also cool temperatures there. Okay. Tagaytay also, that's what's up. So my man Big Brother says, my next dream holiday is to visit a very remote village island where no one speaks English and sit with locals under the mangoes and coconut trees sipping local beers, but the language barrier. Bro, you are trying. Man, that is probably not the best idea. I don't want to go to a place where nobody speaks English, but I definitely want to go to a place and space where I'm surrounded by more locals than foreigners. You understand? I think that that's a good way of going about it. Surrounding yourself with the locals, immersing yourself in the culture. There's nothing better. But just don't get kidnapped because, you know, sometimes people may not come looking for you. That's always a big deal. Got to make sure that people come looking for you. Casey says it was $11,000 for the tour package. That included an island hopping tour with a lunch buffet on the water, underground river tour with breakfast and lunch. They have zip lining for $200. Okay. So 11,000 is not bad, just a shade over $200 US. It's not bad at all. Not bad at all. Shout out to my boy Frederick Mason, all the way from the great state of North Kakalaki. You know how I feel about North Carolina. Even though no North Carolina team is in the final, that's fine. I'll live. I'll let it go. All right. But anyways, guys, we were originally talking about how hard it would be for us as men to get from point A to point B or hit the home run in the Philippines in reference to dealing with your good type women, the women that have good jobs and stuff like that. Definitely interested to hear what you guys got to say. My phone is acting a bitch. It does not want to charge. Can't stand this shit sometimes, man. Telling you, boy, man. Sometimes these phones, man, these smartphones suck. I wish I had my Nokia. Shit. Goddamn. Anyways, he says the food is relatively cheap. I think you should be good with 20,000 depending on how long you stay. For sure. How long? Hey, okay, see, how long were you in El Nido? How long were you there for? So I know what we're looking at as far as numbers are concerned. You know, I'm definitely interested in the numbers. So just let me know, Casey, how long you stayed in El Nido and how long, you know, I'll figure it out from there. My man Terry says, going to AC and get lost. That's your reason to go to AC, Dr. Mike. Search and rescue mission. I don't want nobody to come looking. Sometimes you don't want to be found in AC, man. Sometimes you don't want to be found, bro. Sometimes you just you don't want to be found. Think about it. Sometimes you want to be lost in AC and you just want to stay lost in AC. Don't come find me. Don't look for me. I'll be okay. Good doc gonna be all right. But again, if I go to AC, it's strictly for research, okay? The good doc is going for research. I don't know how many people ever believe that I'm just going down there for research, but yeah, that would be the only reason that I would ever go to AC. I'm thinking about it, though. I'm thinking about it. Maybe my next time around, I might show up. But I got to think of something better to do, man. Walking street videos are so played, man. I don't want to do any more walking street videos. That shit sucks. I'm going to show you, like my man said, I'm going to show you what not to do in AC. That is a great video title, What Not to Do in Angeles City. But I got to actually be there. I can't just say what not to do and not be there. So maybe I'll do a tour, like around Walking Street, so that you guys can get an idea of what's around it. Because you already know what's on it. Might work, might not work. We shall see, man. Again, Appreciate you guys coming through. I see we got 18 watching. I appreciate all 18 of you guys coming through and showing love to the good doc. Make sure you caress, molest, and de-stress yourself all over that like button. Trust me, that's the reason why it's called the like button, because it actually likes it. All right. Appreciate you guys coming through. Definitely make sure that you take care of the like for me. I know I said that shit. I don't know why I'm repeating myself. But if you guys want to support the channel, you already know how to do so. But of course, the good doc is happy that you come through. Spend just a little bit of your time with him today. Nayon Den. If you guys want to get your if any of you guys are interested in your very own version of the BOOTYLOO Chronicles, make sure you reach out to me in email. I'll make sure I take care of that. My man Casey says that's just because my lady had to get back to work. Okay, that's why you only spent 3 days there. Like I said, man, 3 days was good enough for me. I'm not really much of a person that likes to meddle around and roll around and spend too much time in one area. I like to get in and get out, enjoy it, and then keep it moving. Especially when it comes to the beach. I mean, how much time can I spend staring at water? You feel me? That's my thing, man. I can only stare at water for a little bit of time before I get bored. But when I need to disconnect, like I told you guys the other day, if I need to disconnect and get away from people, yeah, I might do a little bit more time away. I'll just stay outside of the city. I'll do some like connecting and trying to find myself type bullshit, you know? But yeah, my man Smooth, you asking too many questions, man. You asking too many questions. It's just research. I'm just going to tag it research. Don't ask me what I'm going to be doing in AC. It's just research, people. Nothing to be alarmed of. Nothing to be worried about. Just research. My man said I need money for souvenirs. I ain't buying nobody shit. Man, that's my vacation. Like I said, though, that's probably where they get you, though. They probably get you the worst in souvenirs, for sure. They know you're going to be taking shit back. They probably charge you like $200, $300, $400 for a shirt. When I can go down to fucking, you know what I could do? The same shirts that they actually sell down in El Nido and Palawan and places like that, I can find those shirts inside of the Robinson's department store for probably half the price and say, oh, I went to El Nido, even though I ain't even go. But I can tell you I went because I got this shirt that says I went to El Nido. So, you know, yeah, about that. Man, you ain't gonna find Nemo out there, man. Casey, you are not gonna find Nemo out there. Even though the water's clear, I think Nemo is long gone. But hell, man, that's for sure. I mean, I know the water's beautiful out there, man. Crystal clear shit. You know, shit that's picturesque, something that you only see in the movies. For sure. I do believe that to be 100% fact. All right? But at the end of the day, guys, it has been fun. It has been real. If you guys have anything that you guys want to talk about in upcoming live streams, just give me a heads up, man. I would definitely love to have some topics that we could bring to the table and have a little bit of fun with. Thought that we did this one pretty well. Just had some fun trying to figure out how hard it would be. Definitely want to stretch them brain cells. You know how the game goes. Yes, Terry, we got to make sure that we get samples. You understand? That's how research works. If I'm gonna make it work, I gotta make sure I have a sizable sample size. You know, you understand, you can't just have a little sample size. You gotta be able to you know, have more than one sample, more than 2, more than 10, maybe even more than 20. Again, you have to make sure that when you're doing a research, you have thorough research. So yes, gotta make sure. Don't catch me in AC, man. I'm working. Don't bother me if you see me in AC. I'm working. I'm trying to figure some shit out. Did you see Dory, fam? Aw, Dory is so adorable. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, it has been fun. It has been real. Let me go ahead and give y'all my quick shout-outs real quick before I go ahead and shut it down. Shout out to the homie Terry Edwards. Much love to you, my G. Casey, good to see you back, family. My man Smooth Riffs. Always a pleasure, man, to see my boy Smooth Riffs in the building. Appreciate you being here. My man Frederick Mason from the great state of North Kakalaki. Always a pleasure to see you in the building. Big brother, always a pleasure, man. Be careful trying to take them trips where nobody can find you, okay? Just be careful with those trips. My boy Ray, man, always a pleasure, man. Appreciate you coming through. My boy Reginald Graham, much love to you, my dude. Thank you for being a part of the team. Thank you for the support that you give the good doc. Always highly appreciated. My man Christopher, appreciate you coming through and showing some love, man. I hope that, you know, whatever we talked about here could definitely be useful towards your upcoming trip to the Philippines. Hope you find whatever it is you're looking for in the country, because again, the country has a lot to offer, no doubt in my mind. Shannon, always a pleasure, baby. Thank you for being here. Shout out to my boy Eddie Goodman, Mr. AC himself. Ed, always a pleasure, man. Thank you for coming through and showing some love. Let me get my boy Greatest Idea. Appreciate you being a part of the team. Definitely a pleasure to have you here. Let's see, my boy Benny the Mac, man. Benny, thank you for the love, man. Thank you for the support, man. Thank you for being a part of the team. Appreciate you coming through and showing some love, and thank you for the support, my man. Always a pleasure. Thank you for that. All right. My boy Isaac, always a pleasure, man. I hope that you enjoyed your reading material. I hope that you do have a upcoming trip to the Philippines and it goes as well as you hoped it would. Hope that we can always give you some advice that you can find useful in one way or another here on the channel, even though we just be popping off and talking shit. At least I know I do. All right. So if I missed anybody, I'm going to make sure I did. My boy Serge, man. Serge, always a pleasure, man. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you being a part of the team. Thank you for showing some love to the good dog. My man, the mythology. I hope that something I said will help you to find what you are looking for in reference to what you were asking about. My man, Tim H. Always a pleasure, my dude. Thank you for coming back, showing some love. My boy, Dante Will. Andy the Virgo, man. I think I missed your fucking comments, and I'm so depressed, man. I hope you're still with us. Thank you for being a part of the team. My boy Andy's been around for a long time. Andy has been with me since I had like 100 fucking subscribers, like when I had like new subscribers. So I appreciate my people. I appreciate my family, man. You guys have been awesome. Like I said, every day we grow, every day we become bigger, every day the family gets larger, and I think that's awesome. But I never forget those that were around before the good doc had any of this shit. You got to remember, man, having a YouTube channel ain't easy, man. And when you do it, this is something you have to do for fun. Because at the end of the day, you know, there ain't a lot of money in it. A lot of people think, I'm gonna be rich on YouTube. It ain't like that. Some people make it a hell of a living. I'm just not there yet. But again, you have to have a passion for what you do. Because again, you got to build a channel. You got to be able to build an audience. You got to be able to have content that people believe in and that people fuck with. And I'm thankful that I have a group of people, however small they may be. I got my little piece of the pie right here in the corner, and the good doc is happy. No need to be greedy. Just take what you got, enjoy what you have, and consider it God's blessing. And I consider every single one of you guys part of God's blessing in my life. Again, this channel wouldn't be anything without you guys. If I could share a drink with you guys one day somewhere down the line, if you ever catch me in Davao City, if I'm back in the States and you just happen to be in the great state of North Carolina and we just so happen to cross paths, hey, like I said, man, the good doc would definitely love to have a drink with you guys. I mean, again, I toast up to the best because you guys are the best. I would prefer toasting up in the Philippines, though, because it's so much more fun. So you guys may have to catch me on that side of the world if ever you come around, all right? Has been fun. It has been real, ladies and gentlemen. You guys are the greatest. Yeah, big brother, man, I appreciate you reaching out to me. Anybody who reaches out to the good doc, y'all know that I always catch you guys on the rebound. I'll definitely make sure that I respond as quick as possible. Rayman, I would not go to the Sulu Islands, whether I'm black or white or nothing. I probably wouldn't even go if I was Filipino. I'd probably just not go. He said, do you ever hear from old boy who went missing? Yeah, Joshua was back. Yeah, Casey, Joshua made it. I was about to put out some t-shirts and some flyers. Homeboy, he back. He's back. Yeah, he was on the live stream. I think he might have been on the last one or the last one before the last one. But yeah, Joshua's back. He's still alive. We finally found Joshua. I'm telling you, man, homeboy went missing, and I didn't think he wanted to be found. You guys are right. I don't think Joshua wanted to be found. But shout out to my boy, man. I like Joshua. Joshua's a young dude. He's a little bit younger than me. I think he's in his like mid-20s or something like that. So I was concerned. I mean, AC has a way of swallowing people up. You know, I was concerned because AC ain't nothing to fuck with. Y'all know better. Anybody who's ever been to AC know you got to bring your big boy pants when you fucking around with people down there. So yeah, we did find Joshua, ladies and gentlemen. So he's still alive, and yeah, more blessings to him and more blessings to you guys. Again, channel wouldn't be shit without you, so you know how the good doc feels. Thank you for allowing him to be who he is. Thank you for allowing him to do what he does and have fun doing it and listening to him do it. Yeah, all of the above. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been fun. It has been real. So without further ado, the good doc. Yeah, we were going to have to put a search party out for him, but he's found. He showed up. So we're good. All right, guys. Thank you guys for being a part of the team. All right, the good doc is officially out. At least nako paalam, which means we're going now. Bye-bye. As always, love you guys. Maong kita, mabuhay. Peace.